Yeshua said, I have cast fire upon the world, and see, I guard it until it is a fire, until the world is a fire. I have come to cast fire upon the world. And see, I guard it until it is a fire. In the scriptures, fire always symbolizes cleansing. The cleansing of our consciousness, ridding our minds of the dross, of the debris accumulated over years of abortive efforts, ridding us of the 3D physical dross forced into our minds by the countless religions over countless thousands of years. The admonition is to know thyself, not to know your local church or your local religious leader, your pastor on the corner at that little podunk, 1088 different version of Protestant religion. If it or he helps you towards the attainment of the knowledge of self, all is well and good. If he forces upon you his or her own ideas, turn around and run. Run the other way. It's called a tactical retreat. In military parlance, advance in the opposite direction. Do so while I enjoy my instant coffee, adequately heated. But if anyone tries to belittle you and force upon you his or her own ideas, disengage. Let them talk to the hand. Better yet, you can listen to his or her words or to the words of Yeshua. It's your choice. This is not an anti-religious dissertation, however. And this is not an anti-religious rant, video information dissemination presentation. I firmly believe that almost every religion, church, sect is started in the name of the highest possible ethical standards. I also believe that for some, it is better to practice their religion for an hour on a Sunday than not to reflect on their inner potential at all. I mean, if all you got is that 1 hour that you go to your local podunk version of Protestant religion, version number 3608, because Bocephus disagreed with his half-brother Joe Heckel, and then he went ahead and started his own new religion, his own new version of Protestantism. If that's all you got, then walk with it. It's better than nothing. Unfortunately, after a new version, a new sect, a new religion comes into being, in order to survive, it must grow. As the organization grows, it gains power. It becomes a kingdom, an earthly kingdom. However, it starts with a cleansing process with fire. But soon it drowns in its own accumulated dross, debris, encumbrances. It begins to control people. It takes from people a divine gift, the gift of free will. Then, in a show of intuitive rebellion, a new religion comes along. Perhaps that new religion is called Umbanda, and the cycle repeats itself. It may surprise many that Jesus never started a religion. Jesus was against religion. Anything that came from outside of yourself is considered idolatry. Religion is worshiping the version, the experience of the divine in another person that they experience, following their footsteps. Christianity was not created until 325 years after the death of Jesus by a pagan Roman emperor at the First Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. Jesus had nothing good to say about any religion of his time. In fact, the religions of his time, the Pharisees, are the ones who crucified him. He invariably advocated direct contact with the divinity within us, never through an intermediary. The fire is not a punishment. He who is the embodiment of love does not punish. Fire is sustained in this world, in this 3D physical state of consciousness. Fire is sustained in this world, in this physical state of consciousness, until this state becomes cleansed, purified, and ultimately made whole. Dear esteemed, honorable, noble, and notable viewer, I'm going to leave you with this. In the First World Council of Churches that occurred in 1948, the First World Council of Churches, and the meeting that occurred in 1948, more than 200 churches, sects, denominations, met in an attempt to resolve their differences. Needless to say, no unification has been achieved, and those were only Christian denominations. How many other are there? How many came into being since 1948?
Namaste, namaskaram.